Child, Shamir should have walked in there while Drew was singing Delusional, because there's no way that she walked into that club and thought that all the girls was going to be cool seeing her.
Another week, another show. Got that hot tea, you know. Ooh. Get ready for the unfiltered truth. What she thinks too. On reality, on everyone. Oh, yeah. The real talk has just begun. What she thinks too. Real commentary, real opinions. What she thinks too. What she thinks, what she thinks.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Marquetta Shanae, and welcome back to What She Thinks Too. And today we are recapping The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen, now before we get started, y'all go ahead and hit the like button, because tonight's episode proved that the mess just continues, y'all. And we know Atlanta is always going to bring us the drama, regardless of whether it's manufactured or whether it's real. And this right here, tonight and the last episode, baby, it's nothing but real. So y'all go ahead and like, get ready to comment, get ready to share. Y'all subscribe if you have not already done so. And let's jump in. Listen, can I just say this? Like, if you are a real Housewives of Atlanta fan, you know it is hard for these ladies to let anything go, right? But I understand that some things kind of need to be held on to. But it's a little outrageous at this point. But let's just dive right in. So the show picks up after dinner, and we see Kelly in the confessional. Now, Kelly girl, come here. One thing I will say about Kelly gonna say it in the confessional, and she gonna say it to your face. I can respect that, right? I don't like people who are just confessional gangsters who just go to the confessional and say all this and that. But when it comes time to say it to somebody's face, you real hush and you real silent. So Kelly is talking, in the confessional, and she was talking about, Portia. And I'm like, listen, you got to be balanced with it, though. Kelly, I know that Shamia is your girl, but you got to be balanced with it, because Shamia is a part of the problem too. Now, I don't know if you had that conversation with her and production just ain't put it in there, but babes, I need you to give balance, because it's on both sides. What I noticed is that when Kelly and Shamia were still talking from the last episode, Kelly was doing a lot of pacifying, and she said this phrase that we hear a lot. And let's talk about this, y'all. When people say hurt people, we got to stop saying that. And I'm going to tell you why. And I know it's a common phrase, it's a blanket statement, but the truth is, y'all, people who are emotionally unregulated are those that hurt other people. I know people that are hurting. I'm hurting my doggone self, but I don't go around hurting people. I don't go around spewing people's business and things of that nature. Not everybody responds that way. So when people say, oh, hurt people, no, that's not factual. It's because you're emotionally unregulated, you're unhinged, you're unhealed. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that are making you hurt people. It's not a blanket hurt people statement. And I understand that some of us know that, right? But there are some people who truly believe that, and that gives them a license, like, well, I'm hurting, to go and say and do and hurt other people. And that's just not the case. We got to get away from that and call a thing what it really is. And it's because you're emotionally unregulated that you're doing that. You're emotionally unintelligent, and you go around doing emotionally unregulated things. So listen, that hurt people. No. So we see Shamia's crying, saying, oh, Portia will never find another friend like me. Okay, so this is another thing that leaped out to me, because I'm looking at it not from just an entertainment standpoint, right? I'm looking at it from a deeper lens. And Shamia saying that's something that we hear commonly, right? If you've never experienced a man saying that or a woman saying that, you've seen it on television, where you'll never find another one like me. And that may be true. I might not be looking to find another one like you either. You see what I'm saying? Like and I'm not saying that Shamea is narcissistic, right? But it gives a narcissistic kind of point of view statement, like, you know, and it could be true. And I'm not saying that it's not, right? So there is some truth to that. Two things can be true, right? But who's to say Portia is looking for somebody like you again, and vice versa? I'm sure Portia feel the same way. You'll never find anybody like me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, and I know we know that Shamea feels like she was a better friend to Portia than Portia was to her. And I'm sure Portia may feel that same way, right? But when we see things unfolding like this, we can accept the fact that you both aren't good friends for each other, right? Y'all might have been homegirls. Y'all might have hung out, had a good kiki and good times together. But as far as friendship and sisterhood go, no. Y'all were never that. Y'all were never that. I don't know. So we go into the scene where Pinky is like, I'm so tired of the mess, right? I'm sick and tired of it. Pinky, girl, we are too, but it's good for television. We are too, but it is good television, unfortunately. So we see the ladies getting ready to go out to the club to have a good time. Girl, they said it felt like Black History Month off up in the club in Scotland. Honey, I'm going to be... listen, I didn't know Scotland was rocking out like that. We may have to go over there across the pond, honey, and see what Scotland is bringing to the people. And what the people I mean is us, African-American, y'all. Like, okay, Scotland. Now, what I loved about the club scene, y'all, I love the fact that K. Michelle got up there. Honey, she got to sing VSOP. Very special. She dedicated that to Phaedra. But then this is what warmed my heart. And I hope that this continues, ladies, because let's drop the K. Michelle and Drew. We'll get there. But she introduces and said, Drew's song and brings her up to the mic. I love that. I love that because, listen, y'all wasted a lot of time when y'all could have been really, really good, you know what I'm saying, girlfriends. Like, y'all wasted a lot of time. But we're here. Let's see how this continues to grow, flow, progress in all of the things. We do see them have a sit down later in the episode in which they kind of discuss that, like, hey, let's just, kind of move forward in that regard. And I love it. I love it. Now, next, we see Shamea and Kelly. They decide to go to the club. Let's dry these tears, girl. Let's go out and have a good time. Okay. So they make it to the club, and you can just see the vibe shifts. Portia ain't having it. She like, go get me a car. I'm ready to go. Let's get up out of here. But K. Michelle is still on the microphone, and she brings Shamea up to the mic so Shamea can perform her song. So K. Michelle is listening. Okay, K. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Shamea gets up there. She sings her song. Great. Next, they call for Portia to come up there and sing her song. Baby, Portia was out the door. Portia was out the door. I'm gone. The door is the door is closed. Baby Portia was not there, nowhere to be found, honey. So then the night kind of wraps up. And we go into the following day. We see the ladies getting ready to enjoy whatever activities are planned. We know in true housewife fashion, they always split the girls up. Hey, we're going to go over here and do this. Y'all go over there and do that. So Phaedra has Kelly, Cynthia, and Shamea, and they're going to the cemetery. Baby, Portia gave a look like, oh, Shamea going with you? Well, you didn't think she was going to stay behind with you, did she? Girl, Portia. Not Porsche. You didn't think that Shamea, because you knew she wasn't going to hang out with you. So, did you think that everybody was going to ice the girl out? It kind of gave that vibe, Portia. When Phaedra said that, you gave a look like, oh, girl, no, she deserved to, you know what I'm saying, partake in whatever festivities and activities too. Don't do that, Portia. Don't do that. So Portia was like, okay, well, the rest of us will stay behind and have a little spa day. All right, well, they're on their way to the cemetery. Phaedra, girl, if it's good for you, I love it. As for me, no, ma'am, no, thank you. I don't want to visit and see who buried here and who buried there and so on and so forth, and hear all the little spooky stories that go along with it. I don't, no ma'am, no, thank you. Now, on their way there, they have a conversation, right? Now, Shamea does apologize for what she said. But Shamea, this is what pissed me off in reference to you. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, y'all. So Shamea apologizes in the truck. But later in the episode, we see like, oh, I just apologized. Even if I didn't feel like I did nothing wrong. You didn't feel like you did nothing wrong. Shamea, this is what I mean by it's not just about hurt people. Emotionally unregulated. How do you not feel like you didn't do anything wrong by bringing up something that had nothing to do with the people around you? It really, oh, listen, y'all. Oh, let me calm myself down. Okay. I don't need the spirit of offense jumping on me. But Shamea. So this is why people can't take you serious. And I know that the reunion has already been filmed and the ladies have seen the episode. So I hope somebody clocked this when she said that you just apologize to be apologizing. Even if I didn't feel like I needed to apologize. Shamea, no ma'am. No ma'am. This is why people can't trust you. And it's hard for people to, you know what I'm saying, take in your emotion. All these tears and all this stuff. No. We're not going to do these manipulative tactics that's taking place. It's not cute and it's not cool. Anyway, so they enjoy the cemetery. It's a cute little kiki, you know, that's Phaedra's thing, so on and so forth. Portia and the girls, Portia, it's freezing outside. Now, I know some people do get in hot tubs when it's freezing outside, but do black people do that? I don't know. Y'all drop it in the comments and tell me. I'm straight on that. I don't want to get out of my warm clothing into something skimpy just to get in hot water. Baby, I can get in the shower for that. Okay? It's just not my thing. So they didn't wind up doing that. They wound up eating and then having additional conversations. And that's where we see that the bond between Drew and K. Michelle is kind of starting to form a little bit. And like I said, hopefully we see more of that. I like that. That felt so much lighter than what had been taking place prior because it made no sense. So let's hope that they continue this. All right. So the ladies start to prepare for Phaedra's birthday dinner, and Portia sets it up in this nice room in the castle that they're staying in, so on and so forth. So they all get ready, all get dressed up. And the girls is looking really, really cute, really, really good, really, really zhuzhed up. Some of them have on, I'm going to call it garb. I don't know. I'm just going to say scarf. They have on a Scotland scarf. And they look really, really nice. So I love that. You can see the tension when Portia come in the room. Honey, she didn't address Shamea. Shamea was looking crazy, drinking the wine, making the faces and all of the things. And we saw all the microaggressions, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. Now, Portia, I saw it from you too, girl. Portia just carries hers different. And like people say, she's a veteran in the game, so she kind of know how to maneuver with this thing, right? And let me back up just a little bit. Portia has a conversation with her sister, Lauren, baby. So she tells her, girl, the trip is going good. Me and Shamea, we was getting along. And then, boom, she busts out with this whole little my mama and her daddy situation. And Lauren is pissed. She like, why would she bring that up? Especially in front of other people. The things that we have been seeing as the audience. Like, And Portia like, yeah, I can't be the bigger person. Like, no. Even when Phaedra made the joke about, yeah, we're going to go to the cemetery and we're going to bury it. Portia said, no, it's been fully resurrected from the dead, honey. It's been fully resurrected from the dead. And more than likely, it's probably going to be some ish at your dinner tonight. I understand you don't want your birthday dinner to be ruined, but it might be ruined. I'm letting you know in advance, but it ain't going to be me. Well, Portia, if you saying that it's going to be ruined, some of it has to be you, darling, because you're already going into the situation with that energy. So you're just giving her a heads up that, listen, I'm about to possibly ruin your dinner. So we can't put this part on Shamea because you're already saying to Phaedra, hey, it's probably about to be some ish. Portia, no ma'am. We get to the birthday dinner. Everybody comes in, they're seated, and they're talking about their adventures for the day. Well, this triggers K. Michelle. She talks about how, she almost passed away several times during the part where she had to have her surgeries and so on and so forth. So the conversation about it kind of goes around the table, and it hits Drew hard because her father has passed away. She has yet to visit his grave. We know Angela's mom has passed away. So the ladies kind of get emotional. They get up to kind of take a moment away. Portia gets up to go check on, I thought she was going to check on Angela, child. I didn't see nobody go check on Angela, but she went to go check on Drew and have a conversation with Drew to make sure she was good. While they're doing that, the girls are at the table, and Shamia's like, I want to apologize to everyone. I had a conversation, yada, yada, yada. And Kelly is in the confession like, girl, what are you keep apologizing to these people for what? Stop apologizing to these people. So the heck what? Stop apologizing. And that's when we see Shamia say, I just apologized even if I didn't feel like I needed to apologize or had anything to apologize for. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. We get back to the table, and it was a little tense in there, y'all. I don't know if y'all felt this or thought this. I thought it was going to flare back up because they were like, okay, is Drew okay? Everybody good? All right, we coming back to the table. And it was like, Portia said, I thought people were going to be laughing when I came back in. That there's going to be a little energy shift. They was like, no, Shamia was just talking about last night. I thought it was going to flare back up. Baby Portia said, oh, okay. And then it shifted, and I'm glad that it did because, like I said, it would have made for good TV. But in reality, this is actual people's lives, y'all, that's taking place. And we didn't need that to flare back up in that moment. So it didn't. They continued to have a conversation. They presented a gift to Phaedra. Not they, Portia did. And Phaedra is now the lady. The lady Jen over there in Scotland, honey. Okay. And we know Phaedra just goes up for that type of stuff. Now, as for me, I'm straight. I don't need no proclamation and no Lady Jen type of little thing. Now, I'll take a proclamation over, where I'm at. But as far as in another country that I'm not, and Phaedra probably will frequently go over there. Who knows, honey? Phaedra is well traveled. But, that's just not my zhuzh. Hey. So we see the ladies just continue to kind of, have conversation, have dialogue, and seem to be getting along for the moment. So this episode, it didn't give us boom, explosive drama, but it continued to kind of drip in from the previous episode and the night before. So we'll see what's coming up on the next episode. They did give us a preview. Seems like it's going to be pretty good. They're going to still be having conversations about, like, Shamia, why did you bring that up? So we'll see what her excuse is, and we'll go from there, y'all. So, yeah. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it. Like I said, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I am growing. I am new to this. But like I said, I had a lot of things to say about various shows, so I created this channel so I can do that. I also have my podcast, which is From Faith to Fruition, which is a lot different from this. I am a spiritual girly, God's girl. You know what I'm saying? A lover of Jesus Christ, honey, over here. So I have my podcast that's available on YouTube, Spotify, as well as Apple, which is From Faith to Fruition, if you want to check that out as well. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And until next time, bye.